Stress. We all deal with it in our lives, whether we like to admit it or not. And this week on the Refresh Network, we talked to Jenny Evans. She literally travels the world talking about it and has also written a book to help us from keeping stress out of the driver's seat in our own lives.
Think of stress a little bit differently, that it's not just something that happens in your head. Stress is really a chemistry problem.
Welcome to the Refresh Network, an outlet for authentic living. Is there a way to summarize kind of the work that you do?
I think I would boil it down to this. I am obsessed with human performance. I really believe that we are all given a set of talents and gifts, and that it's our responsibility to try to develop those as much as we possibly can and give those gifts to the world. Helping other people do that as well, like there's nothing better.
So you wrote a book called The Resiliency Revolution.
Yeah.
And you talk a lot about how the stress isn't really going to go away in our life, most likely. The stress is going to be there. It's more about becoming resilient to that stress. How on earth do we do that?
Physiologically, it's really kind of tied into this very primitive hardwiring. We're talking about the fight or flight response. So anytime any sort of stress happens, that stress response is triggered and hormones, just start pumping out in your body. That's radically changing your chemistry and your physiology. And it's designed for you to do something short and intense and physical. And when you do that, then the body produces these different hormones that slow things back down, that make you feel good, that make you feel calm. But we're living in a society where that fight or flight response is constantly being triggered, but you're stuck sitting in a meeting. You are stuck in rush hour traffic. And so those hormones, stress hormones, just keep circulating, and they do terrible things to your brain, to sleep, to appetite, to body fat. So just understanding that if you can figure out ways during the day in 60 seconds or less to get some short but rather intense movement bouts, changes your chemistry and your physiology. And those short movement bouts also train your body to be able to recover from those stressors more quickly and more effectively.
Why do you think we're so stressed out as a society? Because it just seems like it's at an all-time high, doesn't it?
Okay, I think it's not only we're really, really stressed out as a society. I think part of that also comes from what we're focusing on as a society right now. Big picture right now, I feel like Western society defines success as money, title, big house, multiple cars, TV, sex, fame, youth. And we're all chasing these things, thinking that these are the things that are going to make us happy. We live in the most developed, one of the richest countries in the world, but rates of unhappiness and depression are at an all-time high. Through my work, when I really ask people like, okay, when you're really functioning at your best, what are you doing? And hands down, two things always come up. When I am being of service to others, when I'm giving to somebody, when I'm helping somebody, and when I'm just doing one thing. And those things are so simple, but we don't do them anymore. We're chasing these tangible things that we think are gonna make us happy, and we have to work really hard to do that in these long hours, and then we get it, it doesn't make us happy. So then we tell ourselves, oh, I guess I need a little bit of a bigger house, or I need it. And so now the treadmill goes a little bit faster, and it's this constant pursuit for things that don't really make us happy. And the ironic thing is, the things that make us happy are right here. They're right here. Yeah. We all already have them.
Do you have a central life lesson or motto, mantra, perhaps, that you live your life by? That's kind of at the core of everything that you do?
Oh my God, I have so many of them, and it depends on the day. One of them for me is, what is the worst thing that could happen? Seriously, what is the worst thing that could happen?
Are there points in your life where you have really struggled, or when you think about times in your life that have really pushed you to the limit, or really been a time where you've said, I really struggled with that. Is there something that comes to mind for you?
In 2005, I fell in love with my best friend, who happened to be a woman, and that had never happened for me before. I was married, and ultimately I did decide to leave my husband. We had a 5-year-old. It was for sure the hardest, the most painful and simultaneously amazing time of my life, but I've also never been more stressed out, not eating, not sleeping, just feeling like I can't even breathe right now. It's too hard to even breathe. But man, did I learn a lot. It has caused me to just not be so judgmental of other people. Yeah. Everybody's just doing the best they can. But you know what came out of it?
What's that?
Doubled my wardrobe.
Hey! There's always a silver lining.
Every time, every time.
Complete this sentence. We like to ask this question. The world needs more what?
Why did the word spankings just pop into my head?
You gotta just go with it. That's what came in your mind.
I think the world needs more levity. You know, sometimes to just like not take things just quite so seriously.
Anything else you want to add that I didn't ask you about? That was gorgeous. That was beautiful.
When things are difficult and things are not going the way you want them to go, I ask myself, what am I supposed to be learning right now? There is a reason why things are happening or things are not happening. What is the lesson that I'm supposed to be learning from this? What am I supposed to be taking away? And I think it's such a, it's a game changer, a huge attitude shift to just go from, I'm so frustrated and I can't make things happen, to just sit back and just be like, okay, but everything is happening for a reason. Right. What is that reason? What growth is about to take place? But growth only happens through discomfort.
That has been huge in my life because I used to kind of interpret discomfort as like a sign that I was going down the wrong path, that I was kind of making the wrong decision, or I was in, you know, maybe a relationship that I wasn't meant to be in or something like that. When I think now I'm starting to realize that's actually maybe a sign of where I should be going.
That's fascinating.
You know?
Something that used to repel you is now like, wait, this might be what's actually drawing me.
Yeah, like maybe that discomfort is kind of more of a sign of, you know, hey, there's growth in this space, and instead of turning away and running from it, it's maybe sit with it a little bit longer.
Sit with it, or like, get to work.
Yeah.
It's time to get to work.
Get some dust off our hands and go.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So great chatting with you.
Yeah, I love the work that you're doing.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Thank you so much. You too.
Yeah.
A big thank you to Jenny for sitting down with us. What a great conversation, and such a good reminder that we all have stress in our lives. It's going to be there, it's going to do its thing, but we have a choice in how we respond to it. Be sure to follow the Refresh Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Have a great week, and we'll see you soon.